parent to parent. Over the last few weeks, we've been sharing some tips for sorority rush. We've been looking at the female students, but Greek life is something a lot of young men look forward to as well. Now, according to the Washington Post, every year for the past decade or so, the number of fraternity members has increased on average 4%. So this is really growing a lot faster actually than the sororities have been growing.
It's amazing. I know, and they're almost on the same track. But you know, with fraternities, with this economy, it's kind of surprising that every year it's a 4% increase.
Yes, and you're right. It costs money. It's a lot of time. We're here with Pam Mashburn, who is the publisher of Potential Magazine. This is their new cover with the graduates on the front. This is such an exciting time for young people all over the place because they're getting ready to embark on something brand new, and a part of it for some of them will be Greek life. Again, we've been talking about sororities, fraternities. What are some of the reasons and benefits for participating in fraternities?
Right. I mean, I think we all know the Animal House movies, and I think a lot of that's still going on, you know, just the fun, loving stuff.
Oh my goodness, yes.
But, you know, there is...
the toga parties.
Yeah. I bet you would look good in a toga at a toga party. But, you know, it is instant friends, and they are really focusing on philanthropy and leadership opportunities. But my oldest son is at college right now, and I was surprised that he joined a fraternity.
Why were you surprised?
Because he's kind of his own person. You know, he's not a guy that is a follower. He's more kind of a leader. And
so in the past, he wasn't a part of organizations?
Not like that. I mean, he was, but he's a musician, and so I was surprised. But you know what? He joined a fraternity that had a lot of people that were engineers. He's an engineer, and it's been great because he's gotten a lot of advice from them on classes to take, what not to do, how to, you know, kind of survive. And they've had a lot of great, you know, study tips, which he could have gotten from me, but he doesn't listen to his mom as much.
It's a little different.
No, but you know, I think it's the traditions, it's the social activities, but I think there's a lot of networking that goes on as well.
I absolutely agree with you. I think it's a great thing, even though that wasn't a choice for me and my son so far. I have not done that, but I think it's a fantastic thing. But talk just a little bit about the rush process, the recruitment process.
So it is different. You know, with the sororities, it's really laid out. You know, it's this week, and every day you go to a certain number of parties.
Right.
But with the boys, it's actually kind of starting now.
Okay.
So once some high school buddy knows you're going to come to their college, they'll start inviting you to parties or to events. And so the process will start in the spring and go through the summer. And what I didn't know until this past year is that a lot of the bids for the fraternities will be given out before the formal rush week.
Did not know that either. So that's good information, good inside information to know. Another thing though, when you talk about fraternities that you don't hear nearly as much when you talk about sororities is hazing.
Right.
We do the stories on WSFA 12 News, and some of them can be pretty bad. They really can.
And you know, I think some of those are on the outside, but I think the things that we hear about are kind of the extremes. But you know, I think some of it can be just goofy stuff, you know, and I think what they're trying to do is to help the boys, you know, get to know each other and bond together, because whenever you go through a trial or something difficult and you work together, you get to know each other.
I get that.
But I think they go too far in some of these instances. Yeah, and you know.
So what do you tell these young men if they're interested in this? If you're a parent and you know this is something they want to do as far as Greek life or pledging a fraternity, to look out for and just to reassure them that you are there and they can call you and they should get help if they need it.
You know, it's an interesting statistic I was looking at, and it said they surveyed last year 11,000 college students, both boys and girls, athletes, because this can happen in the athletic arena too. 55% of college students involved in clubs, team sports said 55% said they had experienced some sort of hazing.
Yeah, on some level.
On some level. And but of all of those kids, only 95% of them did not report it.
Okay.
Or didn't realize it was really in reality hazing.
Yes.
So hazing, just so you can tell your kids, is the definition is anything that humiliates, degrades, abuses, or endangers them. Whether they say it's okay for you to do it or not, it's still considered hazing and it's still wrong. So some great tips that we have heard is, one, make sure that you're empowering them to say, if something like this is going on, or they're drinking too much alcohol, or they're asking you to do too much, walk away. You've got to walk away. Report it anonymously if you have to, but walk away. And then the other piece that I thought was great advice is, make friends outside of the fraternity. It's easier to walk away if you've got other friends to go to. If you feel like this is your only outlet, it might be harder.
Yeah, and we're always here. The parents
that's
are
right.
always
We are
here.
always here.
And so is Potential Magazine, always there for you and your teen. So check it out. Look for it with these cute graduates on the front. We wish them well. Congratulations to all the folks getting ready to graduate. And thank you so much.
Thanks,
Good advice
Tanya.
there. Good to see